Hello everybody, this is Jill Howell again, and I am here today to show you how to do a smoky eye the way that I like to do it. I've had a lot of requests for this. I usually do like a brownish black smoky eye, so I've already done my face. You can watch the video on that. But let's go ahead and get started. I am going to start with the color Daring. It's a dark brown. It's a shimmer, and I have my shader brush, and I like to use this one instead of the deluxe brush because when you use the deluxe brush, the bristles are looser, and so the shadow goes on lighter. This one's a little bit more concentrated bristles, so I can get the pigment darker, which is what we want for a smoky eye. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up Daring with the brush. Oh, one quick tip at home: especially if you're still learning, if you get the pigment all over your cheeks, it's really hard to get off. So a good way to start, I'll do it for the video so you can see, and I'm going to take Fresh. This is a highlighting color. It's a mineral concealer, and my concealer brush, and I'm going to put like a layer of it under my eyes. It's going to make me look kind of funny for the video, but you'll see why this is really beneficial. You'll probably get, good at it enough where you won't need to eventually, but this is a good way to learn. So I've patted a good layer of Fresh under my eyes, and the nice thing is it'll just brush right off when we're done. Okay, so now I'm ready to start. So I have my Daring on my brush, and I'm gonna pat onto my lid. And then I can kind of wipe it around. I use quite a bit of pigment for this look because I want it dark. And so doing this, sometimes little crumbles could fall down, and so the Fresh is going to catch all of those crumbles, and then you won't have dark streaks on your face. So to get a nice smoky eye, you want to do this above the crease. So here's my crease right here. I'm going above my crease. So my eye is open. You can see that, and it's a really dark line right now. I'm just checking if they're even right now. Okay, done both lids. Got the raccoon eye going on right now. Now I am going to grab it's the same brush, but I have two of them because I use one for dark colors and one for light colors. And I'm going to use the pigment Sexy. This is definitely a must-have color for everybody. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just put it all the way under my brow. So I put most of the pigment under the brow, and then I'll just kind of use the brush and what's left to blend that line a little bit. Okay, so one eye is blended. It's still going to look, maybe a little scary dark to you, but that's how a smoky eye is going to look until you get your mascara on. So I would leave it probably darker than you're comfortable with until you're done with your mascara, and then you can go back and blend more if you need to. Okay, I have blended both of those. Now I am going to get my crease brush, and we are going to use the pigment Devious. And keep in mind, you can leave this step out, so you can try it both ways. Try it with this, and then try adding this step, and then maybe the next day try it without, and you can see which one you like best. But I will show you how to do this step as well. So for this, you really want to press it into your bristles because this is the part that will really trickle down onto your cheeks if it's not really in the brush. And then make sure you tap it off. So I've got Devious in my brush, and I'm going to accentuate the crease and then kind of down the side angle. And this is kind of a cool tip. You can kind of, the technique is called eye lift, and you can kind of, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I did that area right here, and it kind of opens your eye. It lifts it up. And you can do that technique with any colors you're doing at home, with any look. Now I'm going to kind of wipe my brush off so I can kind of just blend my Devious up here. And I'm not putting very much pressure at all. You can see that I did the crease, and I did my little eye lift, and I've kind of blended it at the top, and then you can see the difference. So, you know, this eye's pretty and it's dark, but this just takes it a step farther. So you can do, you know, both looks, or maybe you're in a hurry, you just do it without. I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye, so I'm putting more pigment into my brush. Tap it off really well. I'm going to wipe my brush off and then kind of blend that up a little bit, not using very much pressure. Okay, those look pretty even. Okay, I'm going to use the other side of the shader brush has what's called a liner brush. Please don't touch. And then I'm going to use my Refresh. It's rose water. And this is what I'm going to use to create my eyeliner. I've chosen the color Corrupted. It's just a matte black. That's the color of eyeshadow I prefer to use. I just squirt a little bit into my lid. Grab my pigment, and I'm just kind of making a wet liner. Now make sure to tap it off really good. Okay. Okay, I've done my other eye. I did my eyeliner. Now I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner on the bottom. I love this brush. You can make your eyeliner as thick or as thin as you want it. It's so easy. Okay. You kind of want to make sure you connect the outsides with your makeup with a smoky eye. Okay, so now we're going back to the crease brush. And you can choose to use either Devious or Daring for this part. I switch it up. Every time I do it, I just do however I feel that day. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll do a mixture. I'll use a little Devious and a little Daring. So I'm just going to grab a little Devious with my brush, grab a little Daring, and just kind of mix them together. And then I kind of swirl it to kind of make it as close to a point as I possibly can, and then tap it off. And then you're just going to take it and just smudge it under your eye. And you're smudging that eyeliner. And then like brush it out so it connects that outside. And then there's the under part of a smoky eye. It's really quite easy. It just takes a little practice. If you can blend, then you can do anything. Okay, I've done pretty much the entire eye now. And so now you need to finish off with your 3D Fiber Mascara, which is a must-have. Okay, so I'm going to take both tubes. I'm going to open both of them so they're ready to go. Oh, wait, before, we need to dust off. So, you know, you have your fresh down and pigment may or may not have fallen down. So now you can just brush it away, just lightly like that. And so, had you spilled anything, you don't have a big black streaky mess under your eye now. It just dusted away. Okay. So I'm going to start with my transplanting gel. I like to touch the top of the backs of my eyelashes, so when I go to use my fibers, they'll stick. So I got my fibers, and I pretty much only put my fibers on the tips of my lashes. And my fibers are kind of old, so there's not as many in there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. Okay, don't judge me. I'm going to use a pin to get this clump out. Okay. Now I'm going to put my fibers on. Okay, I'm going to use the transplanting gel on the bottom of my lashes. Okay, so now by this time, my top eyelashes should have dried. And I'm just going to go with whatever mascara you choose to use, or you could go back with the transplanting gel and do it with this. I like to use mascara, but you can do whatever you want. Or you can skip this step altogether. It's just what you prefer to do. And I do just a really light coat, and it just kind of seals any fibers that I just put on. Okay, I have on my 3D fiber mascara. Before we finish the video, I need to do my eyebrows. This is an important step. Everybody needs to do their eyebrows. It just kind of frames your face. So I've chosen the color Risque for my eyebrows. Everybody's will be different. You can see the big difference between one eye, but how it finishes off your look. And some people like to use the pigments wet on their eyebrows. I mean, you can try it and see if you like that better. Okay, so now that you're all done, this is when you would go back to see if you need to do any finishing touching of blending. So I'm just going to kind of do an overall look, grab my brush, and if you need to blend, you can just go back and just do any final blending. I don't have anything on my brush. I'm just letting the brush hairs do the blending. And then at the end, I like to take a little bit of Sexy and put it right here, which I should have done this before, but on my mascara. I kind of forgot. And it just kind of brightens up the inner eye. And then I also like to take a little bit and put it right above my lip. It just kind of accentuated the peak on my lip. And then there we have it. That's how I like to do my smoky eye. This is pretty much my staple look. Anyways, I hope you have fun practicing at home.